everybody, I'm here at the Silent Theater with my friend Brent Hodge, who is the director of the film A Brony Tale, which just premiered right now. And this is actually the same theater we had the My Little Pony Project 2012 2 years ago. And well, anyways, Brett, how are you doing today?
Yeah, really good. We just finished the theatrical release here in LA, and I couldn't have asked for a better time. I'm kind of sweaty. We just had a Brony dance party, as you know.
Yes, we
very aware of.
Indeed had a Brony dance party. How did you like the atmosphere? I mean, when I came here, there was a huge line, and
yeah. Honestly, the atmosphere for every single screening of this has either been completely sold out or a massive lineup as soon as I get here and then sells out. And Bronies just bring it. They bring the party. They stick around after. They bring the fandom. It's a lot of fun.
All right, let's get down to the questions. How did this entire documentary began as? I mean, how did the whole project start out?
Yeah, so the whole project started off by Ashley Ball. A great friend of mine does the voices of Rainbow Dash and Applejack, and she said to me, I'm getting these emails from these guys that like my kids show. And I just said, you got to show me these photos. So you got to show me these emails. So she showed me the emails, and I started contacting these Bronies. And before I knew it, we had a documentary. And I said, we got to film this. This is hilarious. It was new at the time, and the rest is history.
So it wasn't basically I woke up one day and I decided to make a documentary film of Bronies.
No, I think it definitely came to me from Ashley, and then I started seeing Stephen Colbert and Jon Stewart and these people talking about it. And then before I knew it, I thought, I knew this had to be done. I knew the story had to be told.
With the film already made, what do you want the world to know about the Bronies?
I just think, and I've said this time and time again, is like, it's really, I figured out that it's not even about the show, but it's about this community that you guys have created. So if I would want to say anything about the Bronies, just it's the new level of geek culture. It's a new fandom. It's the next Star Wars or the Trekkies. Embrace it that way versus judging it the way that you might judge it. And you could go into this film and probably go into this community with a different light.
Before making the film, had you heard about the Bronies? And if not, what was your initial reaction?
I hadn't heard a thing about them. It was all Ashley, and my first reaction was, this is the weirdest and funniest thing I've ever seen. I have to look this up, and we have to start filming this. And I started, it's definitely become normal in the last couple of years, but the first reaction was completely shocked. I just didn't understand, and I don't know if I still understand, but at least I've embraced it.
So you have some understanding of the fandom, right?
Yeah, absolutely. I think the fandom is like any kind of fandom, any kind of community. You think about people who like sports teams or, I don't know, who watch any kind of show. I used to love Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. And I just think like if there was a fandom for that, which there probably is now, but if there was a real fandom where we cosplayed and we went to conventions and we had fanfics and art, I guarantee you I would be doing videos and film based around that community.
There's media out there that have done neutral reports about the Brony community. Mm-hmm. However, as you may know, there's other media outlets out there that have not only talked about the Brony community in a negative way, but also have gone to as far as calling the fans homosexuals just because they like My Little Pony. What are your thoughts on that?
Yeah, you Google Bronies once, you're going to see a lot of articles that are very negative towards the community. A lot of people online, even on the trailer that we have up, how many negative comments you've had towards the community. Here's the thing, it's like anything in culture, it's like anything in pop culture. If you challenge the status quo, you're going to turn heads, and you're going to have a lot of people who are skeptical about that. And I think the Bronies are just an example of this. It's becoming normal now. This is like anything that has challenged the status quo. Women in the workforce once challenged the status quo, and a lot of people were angry about that, and they don't know how to react. Same thing with gay rights movements. Same thing with a lot of movements. Bronies, maybe to a lesser degree, is a movement in pop culture, I would say. Guys are allowed to watch kids shows.
While filming A Brony Tale, what was your favorite experience with the Bronies?
My favorite experience, I'm going to have to give the shout out because we're in LA. The dance party at the end of this film is the funnest thing I've ever done. And it just happened out of the blue. A lot of Bronies from LA just know
how to... We did here right now, right?
Which we just did, which is why we're sweaty.
And in case you guys don't know, my end of my shoe got... Yeah, my shoe is no longer my shoe anymore.
It's tragic end to the shoe.
Yeah.
We just had a big Brony dance party. It's the way that they celebrate, and the LA Bronies really brought that. So that's probably my favorite. Secondly, the Brony, Brian from the military. You know, he's got an incredible story how he went to Iraq and came back and you know, got to draw again and had a community that supported him. That you don't get a lot. You know, you're a documentary filmmaker. You hope for those kind of interviews.
What have you learned from the Brony community so far?
I just think like putting your community and friendship in the forefront of your life is extremely important. I've never really had problems making friends in my life. I don't know if a lot of Bronies have either, but there are definitely some that have had a hard time fitting in. And they finally found a crew that accepts them for whoever they are. It doesn't matter. And I started to realize like my friends are extremely important. That's my support network that allows me to keep filming, allows me to get better at what I do. And that's what a true friend is, and that's probably what I've learned the most from a Brony is these are the people that need to support you to make you a better person.
While filming A Brony's Tale, did you have any challenges while filming? If so, what were they?
Well, challenges was I did a lot of this on my own, so I'm doing sound and audio and video, and it was just definitely a lot of work.
Oh, really? You did the whole, of course, with a little help here and there with the film?
Yeah, I did all the filming on my own, and you know, making it was not the hard part. Getting it picked up was definitely the hard part. I got very lucky. I got to work with a guy like Morgan Spurlock and his whole team, and getting them involved took this whole film to the next level.
Now, with the film already made and done, and will we be hearing any more Brony-related projects in the near future from you?
No, I'm staying far away. No, I'm kidding. I don't know yet. I'm definitely going to stay in the pop culture realm. I love comics and cartoons and this whole world that I've kind of gotten into. So I think I'll stay in that. I don't know if it'll be Brony related, but I'm sure Bronies will enjoy the next bit of work that we do.
Okay. So we're about to wrap up this interview here, and here's the last question. Share something about the Bronies you learned that was not mentioned or shown in the documentary.
Oh, geez. Something I learned about the Bronies that I didn't show in the documentary.
I've noticed that there is no, or even I don't know if you discover that side of the Bronies, but there is the bad apples, the dark side of the fandom.
Yeah, you know, here's the thing with the dark side of the fandom. It just wasn't the story I wanted to tell. That's the easiest way to put it. I was very aware of it. I definitely asked the questions. Never got any responses that I thought were even legitimately R-rated. I just found I just wanted to tell Ashley's story. What I didn't show, what I found out about your question was what I found out about the community that I didn't show was, I don't know, I guess I think I showed the joy that they bring and the community that supports them, but I never really showed how much they celebrate that. I think I could have more, especially at the convention. You know, a few hand claps and everyone cheering is one thing, but these guys are dancing, as you can tell, they really celebrate it to the next degree. I wish I showed a bit more of that.
Okay, and well, thank you very much for joining me today, Brent. Today was
me.
by far really fun. It has been. I haven't gone to a Brony meetup in about months or a year.
I'm glad this was the first one in a little while for you.
Yeah, and it was definitely really fun for me, and I'm pretty sure as my cinematographer also, he had fun, as well as the other Bronies who came here today also had fun. As for you guys, thank you guys again for watching, and click on Brett if you guys want to see the actual video I have made for this event, the tribute video for this event, or click on me to see the slideshow of this event. And as always, guys, again, thank you so much for watching, and till next time.
This is just a quick Brony Tale shout out to Pearl and Val. We just had our screening in LA, and thank you for tuning in right now. You're the best. Thanks for all the support.